This screencast is about the accusative case and how it applies to German. First, we need to talk about direct objects. A direct object is a noun or pronoun that is the target of the verb. In normal terms, this means that it answers the questions whom or what. When we talk about a sentence, we ask ourselves whom or what, and that will tell us the direct object. So for example, in a sentence, I have the pen, ask yourself, whom or what do I have? The pen. The pen is the target of the verb and therefore the direct object because it answers the questions whom or what. The direct object is also called the accusative case, and this is important because I will refer to it as the accusative case throughout the school year. Now, sentences do not always have a direct object. For example, our first sentence in the chart here, Stephanie is studying in Munich this year. Ask yourself, who or what is Stephanie studying? We don't know. We know where she's studying in Munich, and we know when she's studying this year, but we do not know what Stephanie is studying. So therefore, this sentence has no direct object. There is no answer to the question, what is she studying? However, the rest of our sentences have a direct object. She is having a wonderful time. Ask yourself what she is having, and you can say she's having a wonderful time. Time would be our direct object. She meets Peter there. Whom does she meet? She meets Peter. Peter is our direct object in the next sentence because it answers the question, whom or what is she meeting? And then last, they play tennis. What do they play? Tennis. Tennis is our direct object. German sentences also have direct objects that answer the questions whom or what. For example, Lisa spielt Gitarre. Lisa plays guitar. The subject is Lisa. What she's doing is playing. And then we ask ourselves, what does Lisa play? Gitarre. Gitarre would be the direct object in that sentence. So German sentences work the same way. You just have to remember what these words mean. Now pause this recording, read these sentences here, and then determine whether or not they have a direct object. And if they do have a direct object, please write down yes and what the direct object is. If they do not have a direct object, please just write no for that number. Please take the moment now and write it down on your notes. Okay, let's see how you did. The first one. On Tuesday, I ride my bike. What do I ride? My bike. So yes, number 1 has a direct object. Number 2, yesterday he worked hard in the garden. This one does not have a direct object. If you ask yourselves, what did he work? You might be able to answer hard. But hard is not actually a noun or a pronoun. It actually describes how he worked. It's more of an adjective or adverb. If you answered in the garden, that is actually a preposition. It does not say what he worked. It says where he worked, but it does not say what he worked. So number 2 does not have a direct object. Number 3, morgen gehe ich in die Schule. So first you had to realize this said, tomorrow I go to school. Then you had to ask yourself, I go what? That doesn't really make much sense again. You'd have to say there is no direct object. You had a prepositional phrase again, in the school is where you went. Heute machst du Hausaufgabe. Today you do homework. What do you do? Homework. Hausaufgabe is your direct object. And last but not least, Mathe is ganz langweilig. This one is a little bit tricky. You can ask yourself, what is math? But then you get an adjective, boring, langweilig. So there is no direct object also. This we'll cover in the